Welcome to Cherry Blossom Yoga. I'm Robin Dinerman. This is a half-hour Hatha Yoga class for beginning and continuing students. We're going to be on the floor today. If you prefer to be seated on your couch or on a chair, that's fine. I know some people have difficulty getting up off the floor once they're down. And I prefer when I'm doing yoga that once I'm on the floor that I don't get back up. So I agree with you there. So we'll begin with warm-ups, mostly for the joints, and move into some other postures, a few on our knees. So during that time, if you're unable to put weight on your knees, you might want to continue doing the joint warming exercises, the movements. So we'll begin just with the hands rotating at the wrist, nice circles, and then reversing, and then make fists, and then spread your fingers and fists. I like to make fists and let the tension travel up to my shoulders and then scrunch everything up under my ears and hold my breath and let it all come out. Let all the tension drain off your face, neck, shoulders, down your arms, off your hands and fingertips. And once again, squeezing, tightening, scrunching. Take your breath in and let the air come out. Let go of the tension and rest. Lower your chin to your chest and then level your chin. Turn it to one side, back to center, and to the other side. And repeat again on each side. So don't try to overturn, just reach the point that you feel this is far enough. And next time you turn your head, let your eyes look to the corners. Check your jaw, your chin should remain level. Don't let your head drop, and your gaze is straight ahead. Then lower an ear to a shoulder. Feel the stretch going up and down the side of the neck. And then inhale back to center, and then the other side. You'll find one side feels much more stiff, feels stiffer than the other. And back to center. Then we'll extend the feet. I'm going to change my angle just a little. And to begin with, I'm going to slip my thumbs right under the upper thigh, spread the fingers, press down, Dandasana, the staff pose. So I'm flexing the feet, pushing the heels away, pointing the toes back toward the hips, firming up all the muscles through the legs, and because my arms are long, I'm actually lifted up off the floor. And this helps tone all the muscles from the hips on down to your toes, and release and relax. Try to keep your body upright, this nice 90-degree angle of the torso to the legs. And then for the joints, the ankles, foot flaps. And you're breathing deeply as you do this. And then make fists of your feet. Take a breath in and blow the air out again, this time spreading your toes apart. You can let the hands join the feet. Breathe in. Deep breath in and blow. Releasing more tension. One more time. And release. And now I'm crossing right foot over left and turning both legs out. Left foot over right. Turning the feet out so you feel this deep into the hip hinge. Still trying to maintain that long, tall, seated posture. And then separate the feet into a wide V. I use my hands to help separate them just a little bit more. And again, rolling in and out and in and out. And lifting the rib cage up and reaching up through the crown of the head, sitting as tall as you can. And bring the legs together, and if you want massage, you might feel it right in the muscles, right at the top of your thighs. We're going to move on to our knees now. First of all, into table posture. The hands slightly in front of the shoulders. Knees slightly outside of the hips, back of the neck lifted, and inner elbows toward each other. Breathe in. The belly rounds as it fills with air, and then tighten the belly, tighten the buttocks, tuck your chin in, arch your back like an angry cat, and inhale. And exhale. Flexing the spine, helping the fluids around the spinal cords and around the vertebrae to move and flush out waste. And exhale, and then pull back into extended child. I love this stretch. I'm going to press your finger pads into the mat and walk one hand after the other. Really feel the stretch. Try to pull your hips away from the shoulders as you're doing this. Then reach with both hands, again pressing down and reaching farther. And then release, let your head hang, sink down for a moment. Let your upper body sink down. The back of your neck stretches. Then lift forehead, nose, chin. Bring both hands over to the outside edge and walking your hands. This is the left side, so I'm going to pull my right hip back a little bit more, getting a great stretch under the right arm, all the way down the right side of the rib cage. And then release the stretch. Move over to the other side, walk the hands away as much as I can, and then pull the left hip away from the right side. Then walk the hands back. I'm going to sit up, move on to my knees. Now to balance like this, you need to be feet turned away and the big toes toward each other. If you're trying to balance on your toes, it's going to be difficult. But you can take a towel or a blanket, roll it up, put it under your feet or under your ankles, and that will help you to balance. The camel pose helps you with posture, helps tighten up your thigh muscles, and requires some strength through the thighs. So if you're new to it, take it easy as you start. I'm going to place one hand right at the lower back with my thumb at the waist, the other hand on top, and just press those hands forward. My jaw is level. I feel some tension through the neck, shoulders, arms, and then I'm going to release. So what you're doing is pressing forward on the lower back. Now here we go. We're going to come back. This is a camel variation. And I'm bringing my shoulders back, pressing forward through the hands, looking straight ahead. And I feel all the muscles from my hip bone down to my knees working. Keep the tailbone tucked underneath and come forward and release. Another version is to bring the arms up at shoulder height. If you reach out, bring the shoulders back into place. Firm the buttocks. Now, on your own, you're pressing forward through the hips. And you're going to come back, shoulders relaxed, breathing in place. And come back to center. So we'll take a rest for just a moment. Going to come down and rest in whatever forward position you'd like, letting the head hang. Imagine your lower back sinking down, the tailbone dropping. And take your time coming up. So another version of the camel that we're going to do is reach back with the right hand to the heel. So for balance, I like to look down, got my eyes on the heel and then my leg, and then bring my left arm up. Now here you need to firm the buttocks, press forward through the hips, and then reach. If you're feeling secure here, slowly turn your head, look up at the hand, and reach upward. This lift really helps make the posture complete. Breathing and holding. Now coming down, we're going to watch the hand come down and turn the head to the right. Look down at the foot. And keeping your head down, turn to center. And if you want to, you can come down or come back up onto the knees. But I like to do it this way because I think it's safer for most people. So we'll do the left side, reaching back for the heel, pressing forward through the hips, reaching up with the right arm. Now when I feel stable, I'm turning the head to look up at the hand, then I lift and reach. Coming down, the hand lowers, turn your head left, and then begin lowering your seat, keeping your head down until you can place your hands down, and then come to the floor in a comfortable seated position, legs not crossed, but one in front of the other, Sukhasana, and thumb, index fingers touching, elbows back toward the hips, breastbone lifted, breathing in through the nostrils, pulling the air down your throat, down into your lungs, letting it fill your whole body. And pause. Breathe. Do you feel a little warmer? Do you feel a little bit more open? Perhaps energized? Perhaps you've let go of some tension and you feel that you can breathe more deeply. Whatever it is that you feel, don't judge yourself, but be a witness and make a mental note of what's going on. We're going to take the right hand, cross it over to the top of the left thigh. So the left arm is on top, and I have to walk the fingers down and keep reaching. Now I'm squeezing against the two legs and coming forward. This gives a very big generalized stretch across the back. Take as deep a breath as you can and then exhale, let go. If you're holding on really tight through your fingers, see if you can loosen them up and just let gravity pull you down a bit. Then coming up with a straight back, open the arms. You can really feel that one. Left hand goes to the leg, right arm crosses. Walk your hands down the outside of the leg as far as you can, and then begin hinging forward. And now I'm going to let go of some of the tension in my fingers because I was holding on very tight. Deep breath. You'll really feel that stretch. And slowly come up. Again, hands. Yoga mudra, elbows to the hips, sitting tall. Your jaw level, but your whole head lifted, your throat long. We're going to pause for just a moment. We'll come back to Cherry Blossom Yoga, and we will still be on the floor. We'll see you in a moment.
When I was growing up, my mom was extremely tidy. We were trained to put things back where we got them from. One day, when I walked into my mom's house, I felt like I walked to someone else's house. There was stuff everywhere. And just growing up the way I grew up and to see this transition was very alarming.
When Sean talked to me, it was a wake-up call, and that's when I went to the doctor.
Welcome back to Cherry Blossom Yoga. Come join me on the floor. I'm going to come down onto my back. This really feels good. I wonder why people don't do this all day, but I guess things like work get in the way. So to begin with, I like to remind people when you're on your back, you're probably resting on the rims of your shoulder blades. So take a deep breath, let your back arch, and then tuck your shoulder blades in toward the spine. This flattens the blades and helps lift and open the chest, which makes your breathing really effortless then. You're taking in more air. So right knee in toward the shoulders, squeeze and release, massaging the lower back, massaging the right side of your abdomen. And bring the foot down. Bring the left leg in, squeeze and release. And then both legs, squeezing and releasing. Both feet to the floor. Ankles pretty much under the knees and the heels lined up with your sit bones. We're going to do an easy bridge. Breathe in. As you breathe out, tighten the buttocks, point the tailbone up, press the feet down, and press the hips up, forming a straight line from the knees down to the shoulders. So this helps build strength through the lower back, buttocks, thighs, and brings a fresh supply of blood to your face and brain. Take a breath in before you come down. Try to keep your tailbone up as long as possible and slowly lower one vertebra at a time. Finally releasing the lower back and then the tailbone, and let the mat absorb all the tension. And coming up again, take your breath in first. Letting the air out slowly, point the tailbone up, press the hips up, push the feet down, make that nice straight line, and I'm going to put the weight on the right foot and straighten the left leg. Using the arms more for balance than to lift my body. And then coming down and slowly lower. Release, rest, and breathe. And take a breath in again. Coming up into easy bridge, pointing the tailbone up, pressing the feet down, and this time weight on the left foot. The right leg comes up. Try to reach up with your toes. And slowly bend the knee, bringing the foot back into place and coming down one vertebra at a time. And then again, hugging your knees. Lightly holding on to your knees, roll around. It's kind of an oval shape. I'm drawing a circle in the air with my knees, keeping the feet together. And to do this, I have to use my tummy muscles. So once again, this is a tummy toner. And then reverse the direction. And back to center. I'm letting the feet separate so the heels are more lined up with the sit bones. I'm going to bring the hands facing each other. I'll reach up first and then lower the shoulders down. Breathe in. I'll tighten the belly. Bring the head up. Bring the knees toward the chest. And slowly release. Open the arms, roll onto your left hip, and let the knees sink down. And again, rolling to center, down onto the right hip, knees to the ground. Nice twist for the spine. Nice stretch through the pectoral muscles, going side to side. And back to center. Bring the arms in a little bit closer and do a one-legged bicycle. and reverse. Then the other leg. And go the other way. Bring the foot down. And let's prepare for a little bit of relaxation. You can straighten your legs out. You can bring the knees together, separating the feet, letting the legs lean against each other. The palms turn upward, or you can place a hand right over your navel and the other hand on top. In any case, try to tuck the shoulder blades in toward the spine and bring your attention to the tip of your nose. And when you feel you're ready, roll onto your side. Let your head sink down on your arm. Coming up very slowly, let your head hang down. Walk your hands back to your body. Spiral to the front. Return to a seated position. Try to do a little bit of yoga every day, even if it's just the deep breathing, focusing on your breath, focusing on your posture, and you'll achieve some peace and quiet in your mind, some refreshment for your body and spirit. Thank you for joining me. I hope you're feeling wonderful, and I hope you can carry that feeling with you into your day, into your week, and into your life. Namaste.